Hello everyone and welcome to Blaugrana Everything, and welcome back to the channel and to another match preview as we take a look at Barcelona's upcoming fixture against Benfica at the Estadio de Luz on Wednesday night in the UEFA Champions League. So obviously Barcelona are coming into this game off a bit of a high and will be wanting to continue to build on that, especially if Ronald Koeman is going to keep his job, and also keeping in mind that Atletico Madrid is just around the corner. Yeah, so there's a lot on the line for Barcelona, and at the same time as well, it's a very big opportunity for them to take some positive steps in progressing forwards this season. So with this match preview, we're going to do the usual thing. We'll first look at the recent history and head-to-head between the two teams, after which we'll take a look at some team news and possible lineups for both of the teams. Then we'll move on to the section I call the ones to watch, which is basically me taking a look at which players I think will be influential on the outcome of the match. And finally, I will have a say on the outcome of the match as I make my match prediction. So if this is your first time here, this is how we handle match previews on this channel. And if it is your first time as well, please feel free to hit like and to subscribe so you can join us on this journey as we do regularly follow the action of FC Barcelona with match previews, and of course there's going to be a match review to follow this one. And you know, let's hope it's going to be a happy one. Yeah, I had a happy one just recently. I want to keep that going. Okay, we'll go straight ahead and take a look at the recent form and head-to-head of the two teams. Both Benfica and Barcelona will go into Wednesday night's match searching for their first win of the season in the Champions League. Barcelona, of course, were demolished 3-0 at home by Bayern Munich, whilst Benfica, on the other hand, could only manage a goalless draw against Dynamo Kiev. Of the two teams, I guess you would say Benfica had the more positive showing on match day one because, you know, Barcelona did not even manage a shot on target. Benfica performed probably better than Barcelona did. I didn't watch that match, but I'm just guessing they couldn't have been as bad as Barcelona was. The recent history between the two teams, though, heavily favors Barcelona. The two teams have met 4 times, and of those 4 matches, Barcelona have won 2, and the other 2 have ended as draws, with Benfica yet to register a win against Barcelona. Now, I should mention this is stats from the current format of the Champions League. If you probably go before the current format, then you'll probably find like there's some Benfica dubs back then, because you know the Eusebio era Benfica was pretty good, and they probably beat Barca at some point, I'm guessing. Anyway, with all that out of the way, let's quickly take a look at some squad news, and as usual, I will start with the home team. Benfica defender Lucas Verissimo is back from a European ban this week and should displace fellow Brazilian Morato in the host defense alongside Nicolas Otamendi and Jan Vertonghen. Pizzi and Everton are pushing for recalls to the wide areas, but the duo will have a hard time displacing Rafa Silva and Darwin Núñez for the visit of the Catalans. Barcelona, on the other hand, will continue to cope without long-term injury victims Sergio Aguero, Ousmane Dembele, and Martin Braithwaite. Jordi Alba, on the other hand, is also likely to miss out after just recently coming back to training, but he's unlikely to be called up because, you know, I'm pretty sure Koeman won't want to rush him back like he did before. Ansu Fati, though, made his long-awaited comeback against Levante, and, you know, cover that in my match review. Alejandro Balde and Sergio Roberto are also uncertain, but recent reports have claimed that Pedri may be fit enough to return from a thigh problem in time for Wednesday night's match. Frankie de Jong will also return from a domestic ban and will probably displace Nico Gonzalez, with Gavi likely to keep his starting position because I think Ronald Koeman seems to like him quite a lot. Also, Junior Dest will continue at left back, with both Alba and Balde ruled out. With all that in mind, we can expect the two teams to line up as follows. Benfica should set up in a 3-4-3 with the following players. In goes Odysseas Vlachodimos, a back 3 of Lucas Verissimo, Nicolas Otamendi, and Jan Vertonghen, a midfield 4, Valentino Lazaro, Julian Weigl, João Mario, and Alejandro Grimaldo, with a front 3 of Rafa Silva, Roman Yaremchuk, and Darwin Núñez. Barca, on the other hand, should set up in that 4-3-3, which becomes a 4-2-3-1 when attacking, with the following players. In goal, Marc-Andre ter Stegen, a back four of Oscar Mingueza, Gerard Piqué, Ronald Araujo, and Serginho Dest, with a midfield three of Gavi, Sergio Busquets, and Frankie de Jong, and a front three of Pedri, Memphis Depay, and Luke de Jong. I will now move on and talk about the ones to watch. For the home team here, it's pretty hard to make this call because I feel like there are quite a few players here who could have a very, very big say on how the game could go in favor of Benfica. But if I had to narrow it down to any two players, then I would probably go with Darwin Núñez and Roman Yaremchuk. Now, the big Ukrainian might have not had much of a good game against his fellow Ukrainians in Dynamo Kiev, but one thing that's for sure is he's bound to be a handful for Barcelona's defense, which has suffered in the past when up against big aerial threats, and just generally big guys who can also move relatively quickly. Of course, Ronald Araujo will fancy his chances up against Yaremchuk, but if the Ukrainian comes out on top in those duels, then we could certainly see him make a big nuisance of himself and hurt Barcelona. Darwin Núñez similarly could have that kind of an effect. He is quite possibly the most well-rounded attacker that Benfica have. Not only can he play centrally as a target man, but he can also play out wide and cut inside, and he does have quite a lethal shot on him, so he will definitely be one player that Barcelona should be keeping their eyes out for. For Barcelona, I believe that the players here that will have the biggest influence on this matchup for them, should they win, is going to be Memphis Depay and Frankie de Jong. Memphis Depay, well, that one goes without saying because he's, right now Barcelona's talisman and the guy who everyone is probably looking out for to not only create goal-scoring opportunities, but also to take them, and also to help a certain Frankie de Jong shine, because I do feel that should Memphis Depay have a good game, that'll mean that there will be a lot of room in front of Frankie de Jong that he can run into, and I do believe that the best matches he has had are the ones where he gets to go beyond the attackers and into the box and, just make all sorts of runs, late runs into the box, and also be a part of the build-up play up front. Alrighty then, now that I have talked about the ones to watch, the only thing that is left is for me to make my match prediction, and I am going to go with a Barcelona win here, just barely. Hopefully they're able to build on the confidence from the win against Levante, just to have them in that mindset once again that they can be a team that plays on the front foot and dominate opposition as well as score. Also because I'm hoping that just generally Benfica's defense is more rubbish than Barcelona's. But this could easily go the other way. I should admit that. But yeah, I'm going to go with a Barca win. Well then, that does it for my match preview. Thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think will be the game changers? And who do you think will come out on top in this encounter? Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like, to hit subscribe, and to share this video with everybody who you can. See you next time. Have a great day, and Forza Barca.